through that, and they're going to be like, oh, okay, she feels alone now. And then you're going to be like, oh, I don't think I could do this. And they're going to feel happier. They're going to be like, oh, yes. She feels broken. This is the thing God's testing us for. He says, no. Every time you start seeing images of everything feeling like it's too far gone, that's not you. Every time you feel flashbacks like you coulda, you shoulda, that's not you. Because there's one wise person who preached the Bible. He says the smartest things, and he's young. He's read the Bible more than 20 times. He says, so at times when you're standing up for God and for those you believe in, that you're trying to protect, don't even try believing your own thoughts. You know what that means? Don't believe anything that your mind will tell you negatively. Negatives weren't created by God. It's a device, like a little device that Satan tries to keep on you. So when you feel negative, it triggers a little light. That way it's like a shock collar. Instead of getting shocked, you feel sad. And then when you feel sad, it tries to spark a little light again. When it takes one step to sadness, it takes a step to crying. And then it feels impossible. See, this is the deceiving spirits. But they're meant to be there. God says it. Because he says there's trials on earth. And he says the trials are tested by the day, the afternoon, and the night. Are you enjoying your day in the afternoon and the night? Because he says this really matters. Because all that is they all threw it away because they didn't enjoy the day or night. When something's bothering you, you say, no, I appreciate what I got. When something's trying to tell you, no, I'm leaving it in the past. Whatever they did, whatever it is, whatever they're trying to hold on to, whatever it is, I know what I'm trying to correct. I'm trying to correct something that is absolutely in my name. That's God is given me. This is my right. Whatever it is, the spirits, whatever it is they want against me, whatever they think I'm holding against them because I wasn't there, I just didn't have it good enough. No, let them have that. Whatever God wants me to do is knowing what I'm going to get in return in the end when they're proven wrong. Because when I'm making my way through this process, I know he's going to guide me. And it's going to be scary. It's going to be rough. It's going to be scary because everything starts to shorten your emotion, like grabs you, like, oh, I can't. Sometimes you just get angry at these people. This is the deceiver. Because God says you have to let go of your grudges for the path and the opportunity to hold the light. If you could see your dad through these papers, imagine if you could see your dad through these papers and he's your light, he's the path. You see? To retain and return something, even just a paper that declares that you have it now and that you have control of it now and that it won't be ruined for the future and that you can hold on to it and hold responsibility for it. God's going to say this is going to take a lot of great value. There's going to be education and everything that you need to stay positive for because we're in a learning pattern. He's modeling us. This is what we need to learn. He's modeling us and shaping us into the proper person we're going to be when we make it to the success that he wants us, when we have it in our hands. Because he doesn't want us to be immature like the way we feel at times. Like we need to cry because we need to do faster acts and we need to take more caring responsibilities. This is the reason why I believe in the Bible, because I'm like, oh shit. This is the reason why after work I just come home. Every time I do something, I just go, I know sometimes I'm sleepy and all that, but I try to take responsibility. I only go to church because I only trust Jesus about everything. Because right when he was telling me, like, oh, the Blessed Mother, I'm only thinking home, you, everybody, everyone I need help at work. Because I'm like, and then when I started reading and going to church, I understand like the media, like it looks different now. Everything is there. And what was holding me back? And what was holding me back is a lot of people that are just angry at you are angry with me, and I could feel it because at times, man, I could feel those things because I could feel them in my dreams.
Body,
I could feel them. I could feel them at my
hands.
job. I could feel them. You can feel pains. Sometimes you feel this. Sometimes you feel like ow. Sometimes you're sleeping and then there's like crazy shit going on. Sometimes you're sitting there. Sometimes there's people. Sometimes they're angry. Sometimes there's honking. Sometimes there's yelling. Sometimes there people who don't talk to you want to talk to you all of a sudden. And it's like it's kind of weird how they're always there, you know?
Yeah.
And then like you said,
in front of you, side of you,
no, but
back of you.
You know why they talk to us?
They hide though.
You know why they walk out in the open and they talk to you? God says when they're the most upset and when they're angry, they need to hide this upsetting views to make it look like something is being so positively played off. This is the idea. When people show up, they want it so positively played off. But God says this is their ultimate flaw. When there's an action, whenever there's an action by someone who's deceiving, This means that they're too short-tempered, like it says in the Bible. That there is incontinence, like it says in the Bible. That there is nothing holding them still or keeping their ground, like it says in the Bible. And whatever you're doing, like keeping your ground and keeping your wisdom and keeping your faith and keeping your promise and keeping your job and keeping your prayers and keeping your church and keeping your family, they just go freaking nuts. They see it in the morning. They see it in the night. They see it, and they see who they lost. They see who fell into the mistakes, and they can't hold it because all their people falling into mistakes because they constantly cycle around bad actions.
Yeah.
They don't hold up because they get angry because it's already taken place. It's so many years later.
Oh yeah.
So many years later.
For years.
For so many years. And look how confident you're working on something. So God's telling you your patience has everything to do with it. Your patience, your tolerance, and your structure. But don't be surprised at what goes on. Don't be surprised about like things that have. But God says be confident. Like you do confident things. Like you continue your days like the way you have been doing. Like the way Mario's been. Like I'm doing things because I'm trying to show Mario. That's why I bought his thing because I want to show him he's doing good. And he was happy yesterday. He gave me a hug and he's like, oh, because I want to show him he's doing good. I said he needs to see something, you know, because he deserves it. And I'm like sitting there like, you know, I'm like I know because it hit me in the head. It hit me in the head. I said, man, I said, why is it all the time I was telling Mom? I said, look at all the stuff she has to do.